Inflation rates for food fell this year following a brutal 2022. But American shoppers still saw some notable price increases, led by a double-digit jump in the price of frozen drinks like orange juice as harsh weather and disease hurt citrus crops. Not only are frozen fruit drinks becoming more expensive, but they're also less popular. Analysts at IBISWorld reported earlier this year fruit juice concentrates, including frozen apple juice, grapefruit juice, cranberry juice, grape juice and other concentrates, account for less revenue now than they have in the past, despite historically dominating the frozen fruit sector. The report said concentrates have dropped in demand in part because consumers are turning to healthier alternatives to fruit juice and juice cocktails, which often contain added sugar and preservatives. Whether Florida citrus production rebounds next year and, if it does, how that impacts frozen juice prices. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is projecting orange production statewide will rebound 30% this season after hitting an almost 90-year low in the 2022-2023 season. But production could remain well below 2021-2022 levels. The USDA's forecast of grapefruit production is 2.40 million boxes, which would be a 33% increase if it's realized 2.9%. That's how much consumers' food prices increased overall since last November, according to the BLS. The increase was far less than last year, when food costs surged 10.6% in the 12 months ending November 2022. At-home food prices increased just 1.7% through last month, compared to 12% last year, though food from restaurants and other places outside of the home jumped a much steeper 5.3% through November. Inflation generally softened throughout 2023 after hitting the highest levels since the 1980s last year, as the Fed increased interest rates to a 22-year high in a bid to ease consumer prices at the risk of slowing economic growth. Overall inflation rose 3.1% year-over-year last month, which is above the Fed's 2% goal, but a significant decrease from last November's 7.1%. Food prices saw some of the highest increases following the COVID-19 pandemic, and from 2021 to 2022, inflation and supply chain issues caused U.S. shoppers to face the largest annual increase in food prices, 11%, in 4 decades, according to the Government Accountability Office. Though food inflation has been steadily slowing since then, some areas, like beef, have had off-and-on increases. Eggflation is over. Eggs saw the largest decrease in price from last year to this year, dropping 22.3% since last November. Eggs hit record high prices, reaching $5.36 a carton in some parts of the country last December, in 2022 and into this year as the avian flu led to farmers killing millions of egg-laying hens and driving up prices. Egg prices rose a staggering 70% from January 2022 to 2023, according to federal data, though they began to drop in late March. Meatflation could still be a problem next year.